Let's take you live to the North Gauteng High Court, where the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial is currently underway.
The parties are in fact.
Well, this is my lord. The accused is present in court, my lord. My lord, the position is that Advocate Mayeng is still absent today. I spoke to him yesterday. He's still in hospital. He indicated that he will be discharged by the end of this week. My lord, his colleague is standing in for him, Advocate Khumalo. My lord, we are available next Wednesday for the ruling on hearsay in this matter.
What is the date?
The date is the 4th of May 2022. The accused is in custody.
The court starting off discussing the merits of a different case. We'll just reach out to our journalists just to find out when the Senzo Meyiwa trial starts in earnest, and then we'll take you through. Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane's urgent application continues in the Western Cape High Court to halt impeachment proceedings and prevent President Ramaphosa from suspending her. Earlier we spoke to Bulelani Philip, who's following the story for us.
We understand is that there has been agreement that it should begin today. So this is going to be day one of the proceedings. And as you've said in your intro, the public protector is essentially asking the Western Cape High Court to actually halt the impeachment proceedings against them. And part B of her application is to say that she wants the process of suspending her by the president be also halted. This is now pending her application to rescind an earlier judgment of the Constitutional Court, which found that the process of removing her from office could go ahead, but the Court also ruled in the same judgment that she had a right to legal representation. However, the Court, in countering her argument that the inclusion of a retired judge in the panel of experts that actually found there was a prima facie case into her fitness to hold office was not actually unconstitutional. However, the public protector in this particular urgent High Court application, she's saying that the Court has been asked to actually reconsider that earlier judgment. Hence, she wants that the process of the removal be halted for now, as well as the suspension. Desiree?
Do we expect her in court today, Bulelani?
Well, by agreement by the parties, the matter will be heard virtually, so we don't expect any physical presence of the public protector. However, all the parties will be joining virtually, and the hearing is set to begin at 10 o'clock this morning.
Let's take you back to the North Gauteng High Court.
The accused, however, my learned friend on behalf of accused number 5 has indicated that she was delayed.
Yes.
My lord, the perhaps two preliminary issues that we should first perhaps attend to. The first one is my learned friend on behalf of accused number 5, Advocate Mishololo, has sent an email to your Honorable Registrar indicating that she's got other commitments on Friday, the 29th, and that she's not available on that day. That would mean that we will not have a sitting on the 29th of April.
What is your response to that?
My lord, we are available. I think she can speak for herself. She has mentioned the reasons why she's not available on the 29th of April.
Yes.
And the last preliminary issue, my lord, relates to
Maybe let's thresh out this one before we go to the...
My Lord? My Lord, as I've sent the email, I think this can be discussed later, my Lord, not to delay the proceedings. You can proceed with the work and discuss it in chambers later, my Lord. That's my request. The intention was not to delay the proceedings of this court. That's why I sent the emails. It can be discussed later in chambers by all the court officials. With due respect, my Lord, as the court pleases.
We are talking about delays. We had delays this morning.
Yes, my Lord, that's why I don't want to cause more delay, my Lord.
No. I'm not talking about Friday. I'm talking this morning.
Oh.
We agreed to meet by 9:30 to start,
Yes, my Lord.
so that we make gains of the time available.
My Lord, I apologize regarding that. I was here also. I heard about 9:30 and I tried my best. The traffic failed me, my Lord. My apology, my Lord, to that.
Yeah. Advocate Baloyi.
As the court pleases, the last preliminary aspect relates to the sitting time in the afternoon. Yesterday we adjourned fairly late in the afternoon, and the accused, when they were transported back to prison, were caught in the afternoon rush hour traffic, which poses a security risk, my lord. And the request is that we should sit until 1500 hours. We think it's a reasonable request, my lord, and we then request that the term of adjourning in the afternoon should be 1500 hours, my lord.
You are saying that security issues
Yes.
arise when we use
Adjourn-
3:30 as an adjournment time.
Yes, my lord. As I indicated, they get stuck in rush hour traffic, which is a serious security risk, my lord.
It's a pity because Advocate Tefo cannot make an earlier time, because we would use the time we lose in the afternoon
Yes.
by way of starting earlier, maybe at 9, so that we adjourn earlier. In any case, we still within the times, in the sense that we are just losing the 30 minutes we had added in the morning. But should anything change around Advocate Tefo and we can start at 9, that will be welcome. I will not demand that he does so, seeing that he comes from far. But should anything change, maybe we should do that so that we maximize the gains of the court time we have available.
Indeed, my lord. I think 9:30 will be appropriate. Advocate Tefo was here before 9:30, so we can make this starting time in the morning 9:30.
Okay. I take it everyone is okay with that.
That will be okay, Your Lordship. I've always been here, never had a problem with the time. I'm always here at 8:30.
8:30.
Always I've been here, 8:30.
Advocate Baloyi, I don't want to push things to the extent of pressurizing everyone. I'm saying, if possible, can we start at 9? You don't have to answer that now. The same with Advocate Mshololo. It's just a consideration that I wish we could make, especially now that we are going to adjourn earlier in the afternoon because of security challenges there are. But you don't have to answer to that now. I think you should consider it. You'll tell me in due course what you are comfortable with.
As the court pleases.
Please, the court, Your Lordship, I'm requesting that, can I have 15 minutes of consultation, like case number 3, after the court?
After?
After the court, in the afternoon, today. Can I be given 15 minutes before they can consider to take them?
I will have to hear from the correctional services. The reason we are moving from 3:30 in the afternoon to 3 is because they are saying, in light of the traffic on the road, when they drive back to wherever, they get challenges. So over tea time, I think I will want to hear from the court orderlies and the correctional services people how that is possible. If that is not possible, we will have to appeal to Advocate Baloyi and Advocate Nshololo. That 15 minutes be taken from some of the court time, part of the court time that we have available.
No, it's fine. I think there's an answer within that, Your Lordship. I can use the lunch, 15 minutes.
Okay, that will even be better.
Thank you.
Advocate Baloyi.
But this is the state calls again Sergeant Mosia.
Sergeant Mosia, I still remember that you are still under oath.
Right.
My Lord, just one preliminary aspect. Yesterday, my colleague, Advocate Tifo, raised an objection regarding Exhibit B1 that appears on page 14. In light of the objection, we will make the original copy of Exhibit B1 available. This is the affidavit of Lieutenant Colonel Mhlatlo, and she will explain the discrepancies that were raised yesterday, my Lord, but the original is available.
Has he had sight?
Yes, I've showed both counsel the original copy this morning.
Advocate Tefo, Advocate Nshololo, do you confirm?
That's correct. He did show me, Your Lordship. However, that I still reserve it for the cross-examination. Yes.
Advocate Nshololo?
I confirm, my Lord, I have been shown the statement.
Sergeant Mosia, you testified yesterday that when you arrived at the scene on the night of the incident, you found Brigadier Ndlovu on the scene. Is that correct?
That's correct, my Lord.
And
uthi kuyiqiniso ukuthi izolo ukhulumile njalo ukuthi ngesikhathi afika la ku-crime scene uthole yena ubrigadier Ndlovu
and that the scene was already cordoned off.
That's correct, my lord.
uthi kuyiqiniso ukuthi naye iscene nge-crime scene beseke i-cordon off ivalwe ngale tape.
I just want to show you photos 1 and 2 of your photo album. There's exhibit A2 as appears on page 6 of the court bundle. Can you just explain to the court what appears there on photo 1 and 2 as far as cordoning of the scene is concerned?
A crime scene tape is appearing on both photos, my lord.
Uthi lokho kuvela kule ithombe ezimbili uphoto number 1 no number 2 lotholakala ku page 6 while ebhandle yama exhibit la enkantolo kubonakala le tape esetshenziswa amaphoyisa la kwenzeke khona iqala noma ku crime scene uthi ngiyona le ibonakala la.
Except for Brigadier Ndlovu, were there any other persons on the scene?
That's correct, my lord.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi ke ngaphandle kwayo Brigadier Ndlovu bebakhona futhi abanye abantu ku crime scene.
Yes, can you just mention who those people were?
There were police officers from Vosloorus, SABC, yes, my lord, and there was people inside the house. I think they were part of the people who were there in the house when the incident occurred. There were 3 females and 2 males inside the house with 2 kids, with 2 minor children.
Uchaza kanjalo ukuthi abanye abantu bebakhona lapha yilamaphoyisa walapha eVosloorus futhi abanye abantu bebakhona babaphakathi lapha endlini. Uqabanga ukuthi ke yilabantu bebakhona ngesikhathi lesigama ke senzeka lapha kule ndlu. Uthi labantu akhuluma ngabo abantu besifazane abathathu, female persons, babantu besilisa ababili, 2 male persons, futhi nezingane ezimbili, 2 minors. Labantu abayi5 laba bebaphakathi 7 not 5.
Yeah, I mean 5 adults and 2.
Ulungisana lephutha lo ngothe 5 kahle kahle masibala bayi7 abantu abadala abasihlanu nezingane ezimbili.
Yeah. Are you able to recall as to who the 3 females were and the 2 males?
On my arrival on the scene, they were in the sitting room, and I had to ask everyone at least to use the other bedroom, which was a bedroom 2, because we had to avoid swabbing the door of bedroom 2 because of that, my lord.
Uthi ke nakaphendula lo mbuzo lo uthi ke labantu batholeke laba abadala bahlezi lapha ku sitting room noma kule gumbi lokuhlala ke so ngokunjalo ke wasecela ukuthi kusetshenziswe yona le bedroom number 2 kungazo lesizathu leso ke baye bazama ukuthi ke bangaswabi lapha ke ku bedroom number 2 eminyango yabo.
And can you just explain to the court as to why you requested the 5 adults and the 2 children to be confined to that bedroom?
Because it was during the night, my lord.
Uthi ke sizathu ukuthi abaqale ukuthi baye kule bedroom leyo ukuthi bekusebusuku.
And there were children as well on the scene.
Futhi khona lapha kule nkundla kwenzeke khona iqala bekukhona nezingane.
Yeah.
During the period when you were carrying out the investigation, were they confined to that bedroom?
That's correct, my lord.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi ke ngesikhathi ngenza uphenyo bona laba engikhuluma ngabo labantu abadala abayisihlanu abathathu besifazane besibili wesilisa then ingane ezimbili besikhona lapha phakathi kule bedroom number 2.
And when you left the scene later that night, were they still confined in that bedroom number 2?
That's correct, my lord. Because I had to leave the scene since I was on standby for Vosloorus area, then I had to attend to other crime scenes. Then I handed back the crime scene to Brigadier Ndlovu and reported about my leaving.
Yebo kuyiqiniso ngesikhathi sengihamba ke mina labantu engikhuluma ngabo laba abadala nezingane besesekhona kiyo le bedroom number 2 ngokuba ngalobusuku lobo bengenza umsebenzi we-standby estation samaphoyisa lapha eVosloorus. Ngokunjalo kwakudingekile ukuthi ngihambe-ke ngiphindele emva la ngiqhamuka khona ngikwazi ukuthi-ke ngiyo-attenda futhi amanye ama-crime scenes aye aqhamukile. Ngokunjalo ngiye ngathatha isini ngayibuyisela emumva kuye uBrigadier Ndlovu ngase ngimazisa ngokuhamba kwami.
You were on standby at which police station?
I'm under Springs Local Criminal Record Center, my lord, and we attending some number of stations, and I was assigned on for standby for 3 police stations, Zonke Zizwe and Don Park with Vosloorus, my lord.
Uchaza kanjalo ukuthi ke usebenza lapha ephikweni balaba asebenza be-LCRC lapha eSprings, kodwa ke bakanikezwe ngesulo lokuthi asebenze kuma station wamaphoyisa ambalwa. Lama station angaba ngu3 yizi Zonke Izizwe, Don Park,
and Vosloorus, my lord.
Nayo futhi le Vosloorus police station.
Will you be able to identify the second bedroom on the sketch plan wherein the 5 adults and the 2 children were confined?
Yes, I can be able to, my lord.
Sketch plan is page 10 of the exhibit bundle.
Objection, Your Lordship. My understanding, Your Lordship, yesterday when we adjourned, it was that the state, Advocate Baloy, will address the issue of the scene if there was any tampering. So my understanding now, I may not know if I'm jumping the gun, but I don't see that is anything related to that. It's like starting from the beginning now. I'm expecting to hear in terms of addressing the scenario. When he arrived there, how did he find the scene?
You say he's starting from the beginning. Is he repeating anything he had stated before?
It sounds like that, especially the recent question that you want, you referred the witness to page, I think photo 10 or 15. It sounds exactly like that.
And if he were to be doing that, what prevents him?
Your Lordship, with due respect, as this was what he committed himself to, because we have to proceed. I said, as this was what he committed himself to yesterday, that he will address that, because even the court wanted the clarity on that. So we are expecting that. So we expect him to go straight to issue of how did the witness find the scene.
Is anybody in a position to expect the prosecutor to come with any particular aspect unless he comes with something that is objectionable?
Yeah, but this is what we are,
including if there were issues he didn't cover yesterday, which he feels he should cover today. Would there be any ground to prevent him from doing that?
Today, Your Lordship, it was about addressing of the scene when this witness arrived there. Nothing else.
Advocate Baloy?
My Lord, with the greatest of respect, this objection baffles me.
Come
The
again?
witness is still under examination in chief.
Yes, that's what I was trying to.
I've never committed to anything today.
No. He says you committed to one particular thing yesterday.
Yes.
And now you are sidestepping that one particular thing.
What I'm saying is that I never committed to canvassing one aspect since the witness is still in examination chief. And this is all part of indicating what the layout of the scene was.
Advocate Mshololo?
My Lord, there is no objection. The state can proceed whichever way with the examination in chief.
Yeah, Advocate, therefore, I don't understand your objection. This witness is still in the dock. It's still evidence in chief. He did mention that he will cover the crime scene today. I didn't hear him to say, I will cover the crime scene only.
Hence, I say, Your Lordship, I'm in the hands of the court. I say, unless I'm jumping the gun, but my learned
No, you are not
proceed.
even jumping any gun. You are just raising something that doesn't exist.
No, I'm amenable for the state to proceed, Your Lordship.
Advocate Baloi?
As the court pleases, we were
As
on
the court
page.
pleases, my Lord, the witness wants to say something.
Yes, Mr.
No, I think I was to explain according to the sketch plan. The advocate here asked me which one of the bedrooms on the sketch plan. Then I was about to explain.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't be distracted.
Yes.
Thank you, my lord.
Yes, go ahead, Sergeant.
On the kitchen, where I pointed several exhibits, it's a kitchen and it's a bathroom next to it. And then the bedroom which the people were confined in is the one facing, the door of that bedroom is facing with the bedroom door, my lord.
Sorry?
The bedroom door. No, the toilet door. I said there's a toilet next to the kitchen, and the toilet door is facing the bedroom that you're asking me about.
Yes.
Uthi nakaqhaza nje mangibeka ngendlela eluzwakalayo. Uthi uma abheka la kule sketch plan sakhe lesi sitholakala ku page number 10 kule bundle yama exhibits. Then okukhona ke lapha ekitchen kulapha abonise khona ama exhibits lokufakazi ayathola lapho okukhona. Then ke uchaza ukuthi khona lapho kukhona I toilet noma lokho esikubiza ukuthi I bathroom. So lo mnyango we toilet uqondane nayo le kamori bedroom number 2 la akhuluma ngayo ukuthi labo bantu abadala abayisihlanu nengane ezimbili bezingaphakathi kwayo.
Yeah.
Susan, can you perhaps just by way of a mark, just indicate which bedroom it is there on your sketch plan on page 10?
The witness may not just made a marker of an X on the sketch plan depicting the bedroom that he's referring to.
Can you just also show it to my...
I don't know, I don't want to put you on the spot. Are you able to come past that sketch plan?
Yes, I am able.
Yes, so that we locate, in terms of direction, we locate that room.
See, on page 10, my lord, there is directions there at the top left corner.
On page 10?
On page 10, my lord, indicating the directions. If we were to use that, it will be almost, bedroom number 2 will be almost on the northwestern side of the sketch plan. If everybody's okay.
I think because the witness is the one who is testifying, let the witness be allowed to give the description of this bedroom.
Yes.
Have you shown your...
Yes, the mark has been showed to my colleagues. Sergeant Mosia, in terms of directions, are you able to say in which direction is that second bedroom wherein the 5 adults and the 2 children were confined?
Yes, I can be able to.
Yes, just place that on record.
I'm waiting for my bundle. The direction on my sketch, the bedroom is on the northwesterly direction, my lord.
Ngikaza ukuthi ke mangibuka le sketch plan sami kuya ngendlela ama direction campus ehlezi ngakhona. Le bedroom number 2 engikhuluma ngayo ke ingapha ngaku northwesterly direction
on the sketch.
Uma sibuka kahle la ku sketch plan.
Okay. Let's proceed.
If you look at photos 1 and 2 on page 6 of the exhibit bundle, are you able to locate that second bedroom?
Yes, I can be able to, my lord.
Yes.
Yebo ngakwazi ukuthi ngikhombe ke le bedroom ukuthi kuphi mangibheka yena photo number 1 and 2 oku page number 6 exhibit bundles.
And before that, we are saying northwestern in relation to the structure of the house.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes?
Yes. Can you just indicate that second bedroom?
The second bedroom, I can say when facing the photo, as I'm standing, it's on my left hand side where there's S, then there's a window next to that alphabet S. That is the bedroom, my lord.
Mangibuka la ke esithombeni njengoba ngibukile kanje. Ingaba ngapha esandleni sami sesibukele le bedroom le engikhuluma ngayo. Futhi kubhalwe uS. La ku left ya ku S le kulapho lokukhona iwindi noma a window.
Just for record purposes, please indicate to the court and my learned colleague this particular bedroom.
Just photo on what page?
On the photos, we're on page 6, my lord.
On
photos
photo
1 and 2.
On photo 2, my lord.
Le
In photo 2 and 1. Yes, my lord.
Lesithombe engikhuluma ngaso photo number 1 and 2.
Yes, just show the bedroom to my colleagues. They're on photos 1 and 2. So just make a mark.
Hey, my printout is not clear here.
Yes.
I can use yours. Can I use yours?
Yeah, but just show to the court, you know.
Okay.
They are, perhaps just to make it easier, there are about 2 windows visible. Which bedroom are you referring to?
The first one next to the letter S, my lord.
Thank you.
The witness, my lord, just made a mark of an X to demonstrate the window that is referring to, which is on the left-hand side of the letter S.
Yes.
However, this photo is too dark. This mark of an X is not clearly visible, my lord.
Yes. It's, yes. Yes, sir. Actually, the S, it's the first letter of the word spaza that to refer to.
That's correct, my lord.
I take it that would be on the southeastern side of the house. The letter S. It's not on the same side of the house with the window. Not so.
It's not so.
Futhi cha akavumelana nenkosi yenkantolo ukuthi ke le letter u-S akasise setting leli kukhona khona le windy.
Are they on the same side?
They are on the same side, my lord.
Futhi cha
Nope. They are not on the same side, my lord.
You're almost making the house around.
Sorry about that.
Yes. I don't know. My sense is that where the word spaza is written is not on the same side of the house with the window.
Yes, my lord, that's correct.
kuyiqiniso ukuthi la kune letter le-S yespaza akusese sayidini le kukhona khona le windy.
But what you are merely saying is that as they appear, as the window and the letter S appear on the photo, the window happens to be on the left side of the letter S.
That's correct.
Okay.
kuyiqiniso ukuthi uma ubuka khona la isithombeni ke ubonakala ngathi lokho kubili kusendaweni eyodwa kanti kahle kahle akukho endaweni eyodwa kodwa ngendlela isithombe sithethule ngakhona ungathi uma ubuka lo S ubuke le windy leli ungasho ukuthi zisendaweni eyodwa.
No, what I'm saying is that the window is positioned on the left side of the letter S.
Inkosi yonkantolo ichaza kahle kahle ukuthi leli windy leli lingapha ngaku left ya le letter le okuthiwa ngo-S.
There's a downpipe there of a gutter. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see, my lord.
Yes. Are you referring to that window just next to the downpipe of the gutter?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo ngiqinisile ngisho kulokho kubonakala kilo le pipe leli le gutter leli libonakala ko.
Now, Sergeant Mosia, were you able to establish the identity of the 3 females and the 2 adults?
Yes, I established one.
Yes.
Yebo kunjalo ngike ngathola igama loyedwa.
Yes, who is it?
As she's well known, she's Kelly Khumalo.
Njengoba adumile ke aziwa kahle nje uloyo uKelly Khumalo.
Was she the only one whose identity you could establish?
That's correct, my lord.
Uyena yedwa leyo ngikwazile ukuthi ngithole ngimazi ukuthi ungubani.
And for purposes of context, this Kelly Khumalo is the one we spoke about when in relation to the watching brief. The watching brief there was. I think the witness will not know, but I'm asking the prosecutor.
Yes, indeed, my lord. That is the same Miss Kelly Khumalo.
Yes, let's proceed.
Yes. Now, when you left the scene, Sergeant Khumalo, later that night, were there any arrangements made regarding the preservation of the scene?
That's correct, my lord.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi ke ngesikhathi ngihamba ngalobusuku lobo ke kwaba nezinhlelo ezenziwako ukumayelana nayo isini ukuthi ihlale injalo ibe preserved.
Yes, what were the arrangements?
The arrangement with Brigadier Ndlovu was just to control the movement of those people who were in the house to make sure that they don't tamper with any crime scene.
Inhlelo engizenze nayo Brigadier Ndlovu ngalobusuku lobo ukuthi nje aqaphe i-movement yalabantu bebakhona phakathi lapha endlini ukuthi ke bangathemparishi nayo isini.
Yes.
When you arrived the next morning with Lieutenant Colonel Mhlahlo, can you just explain to the court what was the position regarding the preservation of the scene?
The crime scene tape was still there, my lord.
Engichaza ukuthi ke le tape esetshenziswa amaphoyisa le crime scene tape besesekhona lapho.
And I think the scene was being protected, my lord.
Ngicabanga ukuthi yona isini beyi protected.
Yes.
And lastly, Surgeon, if we can just deal with the issue of the swabbing. If you look at page 20 of the exhibit bundle, this is part of exhibit B2, the key to photos and sketch plan. On page 20, it's the sketch plan. Do you see that?
I can see that, my lord.
And there are various points depicted on that sketch plan on photo 20. Is that correct?
That's correct, my lord.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi kiso le sketch plan esiku page 20 kunama points ambalwa la aboniswayo.
What do those various points represent?
They represent the swabs collected from the crime scene from swab 1 to swab 12, my lord, and the bullet jacket on the kitchen as indicated as Exhibit A1. Exhibit A1, madam. But here on the station.
If you look at page 125, 126 and 127, up to 129, what is the number that appears there? Page 96, 97, 98 of the bundle.
On page 96, there's a photo 124.
Yes.
Kule khasi ke u96 kunesithombe ke esiku number 124.
And there are two jars on the
Yes.
kitchen top,
Kunama glass jars amabili lapha phezu kwetop yekhishi
and some other kitchen items are there.
nokunye okusetshenziswa khona lapha ekitchen kukhona lapho.
On photo 125, there's an arrow pointing sticker at the back of the door inside the house.
Yes.
Kitchen door.
And uma ubheka la kusithombe number 125 isesekhona ku page number 96 kubonakala le arrow sticker le khomba ngasemva kwalomnyango.
So you can just you can just mention the exhibit number. What is the number that appears on?
There's an exhibit marked 1 on top of the two glass jars.
Exhibit lo omake 1 olapha ngaphezulu kwalama glass jars amabili.
And photo 126, it's an exhibit 1 on top of the kitchen unit.
Yes.
Where placed where the two glass jars were removed.
La ku page number 97 ku photo number 126 kubonakala ke exhibit number 1 abekwe la kuhlele khona lama glass jars amabili la susho khona.
Yes.
And photo 120.
It's fine, Surgeon, we've already covered that. And just finally, do you confirm the correctness of the photos and sketch plan as per Exhibit B?
Yes, I confirm, my lord.
Yebo ngiyaqinisekisa ukuqiniseka kwezithombe nalama exhibit njengoba bonakala.
Thank you, my lord. Those are the aspects that you wanted to take up with the witness.
Cross-examination.
Yes, please, the court, your lordship. May this be opportune moment for breaking the fast?
No, there's a time for tea. There are times set. There is tea time, there is lunch, there's another tea time in the afternoon. So when you break away from that, you are denying me my right to have tea, because that tea is prepared at the time when I'm expected to be there for it.
Yeah, I've drank too much of water. May I just get 5 minutes just to relax?
Yeah, so be open and say you need 5 minutes before you cross it. So which I don't know. Advocate Baloy, do you object to 5 minutes for, is it 5 minutes like on the clock?
Maybe it will be even within 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's in order, my lord.
My lord, looking at the time, now that it's 2:11, my lord, can I ask, my lord, that we just take a short break so that they can finalize whatever, then we resume once?
What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying.
My lord, instead of taking 5 minutes now and then come back, when it's time for tea time, I'm asking that we just adjourn for tea time and then we come back.
I would rather forgo my tea because I want us to use all the time we have available. So maybe we should go back to his suggestion that we will go to tea now for 15 minutes and be back promptly after the expiry of the 15 minutes.
Yes, my lord, thank you.
Advocate, you remain at your post until we. I thought you know that.
He's just whispered in my ear that he's got an urgent call of nature, my lord.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, no, sorry.
On your present court, my lord.
Well, we come out of that process, Judge Chifiwa Maumela granting that break after all. But I don't know about you, but speaking for myself, aren't you a bit unsettled by the fact that on the daily, since Friday, even the previous week before that, whenever Judge Maumela starts with proceedings, he first has to just register unhappiness about timekeeping in this whole process. And it was the case again today, quite a substantial amount of time spent on the judge showing that he's aggrieved about the fact that colleagues are not are not punctual in terms of the agreed upon times. But Sergeant Mosia there testifying since yesterday, continuing today as well, just to continue to describe what he found at the crime scene and activities that were taken. For instance, that he suggested that all of the people who were in the house go into one room. We'll take you back there as soon as they resume in about 15 minutes. We're breaking for a bit, chasing the top of the next hour. See you then.